Hi and welcome to my Yoga Foundation series. So this is a series of a few different sequences that are roughly about 10 to 15 minutes. So if you've only got a short amount of time to practice that day, you can pick one of the sequences. And if you find that you've got a little bit more time, they're designed so you can put them together. So you could make it into a 30-minute or 40-minute full yoga practice. So we're going to start off today by preparing the body, by warming up and focusing on the back. So we're just releasing off the back. For this session this morning, you'll need a block. If you've not got a yoga block, that's okay, because you can just use a towel, rolling up a big towel, and we're going to put this between the legs, so that will do for that one. So if you get whatever you need, come onto the mat and we'll see you soon. Great, so we can start. So we've got Blue and Luna who've joined us today, and I'm Steph. So starting off in a seated position, just drawing the shoulders back, finding a nice straight position. Where are you going? With the spine, and we're just gently releasing the shoulders. Starting to bring your awareness into your breath. So we're switching from a thinking, busy state into a feeling state. We're coming back into our body. So connecting and feeling your breath. Perhaps closing your eyes. Just gently, whatever feels good, moving your shoulders around. And then letting them come to rest. So allowing the shoulder blades just to release down, open out the front of the collarbones. Brilliant. And we're just going to stay here for a few breaths. Really nice big deep breath in through the nose. And a big breath out through the mouth. So it's a really lovely cleansing breath. So 2 more big deep breaths. Just letting go of any tension, any tightness in the whole of the body. One last one. Just enjoying that feeling of letting go. So making sure that tummy is gently pulled in, shoulders are back. And enjoying the feeling of the breath. Lovely. So matching the movement with your breath, we're going to bring in some little gentle movements. So circling the chest. So imagining that your rib cage is sitting above the spine, and we're trying to make perfect circles, just releasing all the way around, changing the direction, whatever feels nice for you. So it's quite playful, just moving into whatever positions feel good. Brilliant. And then coming back to centre. This time we're just going to gently breathe in, pulling the belly in, rounding the spine, chin to chest, curling the back, and then inhale, releasing the shoulder blades back, releasing the chest up. Lovely, so do a few more of those spinal curves, coming down, inhale up. Lovely. So this sequence is fine if you're pregnant as well. I'm currently 13 weeks pregnant, so if there is any adjustments, I will let you know. And these sequences as well are great for any level, any ability. It's really nice just to get warmed up. So again, a few little circles and then putting those movements together. So just circling and moving the body, whatever feels good. Brilliant. Fantastic. And then we're going to come back onto the mat, lying on your back with your knees bent. So this is when we'll take the block or your towel, placing the block between your thighs. So I'm just going to have to move. Okay. So coming onto your back, and we take the block or the towel, keeping it between the thighs. Try not to have it between your knees, because your knees don't like that lateral movement. So bringing the block in between the thighs. And just allowing your head and your shoulders to relax. So we'll take a few breaths here just to allowing your spine to release down into the mat. Lovely. Now as you release, you'll feel a little bit of a gap in the lower spine, a little bit of an arch. So you can place your hands underneath that arch or have them to the side. As we breathe in, we're just gently rounding the back and pulling the belly down into your hands, putting a bit of pressure and then release. Keeping the block, squeezing the pressure between the legs. So this is activating your glute muscles. Just keep that pressure between the thighs, gently pushing the belly down. So if you're not pregnant, you can engage your core a little bit more here by using your transverse abdominals, curling your tailbone up and pushing your belly down. If you are pregnant, we're just going to keep it a really nice gentle rolling and lifting. So we're not trying to engage the abdominals, we're just rolling the pelvis forward and back. Keeping the pressure between the inner thighs, keep working the glutes. So working with your breath as you exhale, pushing into your hands, inhale, release. Lovely. And you can take your hands away, carry on with that movement. Keeping the shoulders relaxed, releasing any tension in your neck. Lovely. So bridge rolls. Lovely. And just relaxing here, taking a breath. So we're going to prepare to come up into bridge with the support of the block. So again, engaging the belly if you're not pregnant. Otherwise, we're just going to gently roll the pelvis up, lifting the pelvis up off the floor. So just keeping it nice and gentle. We don't want to go into a full bridge, we're just warming up. So nice and gentle bridge where you feel comfortable, but you'll still feel that engaging in the inner thighs, squeezing the glutes together. Get those glutes working and holding it there for a few breaths. Lovely. So we want to start to activate our glute muscles. If the glute muscles are working correctly, they can support your lower back, giving you the strength that you need for your posture. So we're doing this at the start of the class to help us to have stability later. Lovely. And then we're just going to gently, really slowly lower down with control, one vertebrae after another. Slowly rolling down. Lovely, just have a little rest there, feels nice. So big inhale, reaching the arms back. Have a nice big stretch and then releasing down. Lovely, so a little gentle release, keeping the block in place to give stability into the pelvis. Gently exhale as you let the knees come over to the left. Just holding it there for a couple of breaths, so getting that really lovely twist right throughout the spine. Keep drawing the opposite shoulder down to the floor. If you want to, you can take your head to the opposite hand. I'll move that towel. Lovely deep breaths. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you can hold on with your opposite hand and draw that knee down. Lovely. Inhale, coming back to centre. Just have a little shuffle. So we're starting from a nice straight position, and then we'll go into the opposite side, so the knees gently roll over to the right. Oh, you're in the way there, Luna. Go. And taking your head to the opposite side if that feels okay, drawing the left shoulder down, and a few really deep breaths there. So in these twisting positions, bringing your attention and awareness into the side that's open. So we're opening out the rib cage, the left rib cage. So feel like you're really breathing in and opening out, creating space in the body. Getting as much oxygen as you can into the body. Lovely, and then gently rolling back. Lovely, we can release the block of the towel there. And gently bringing your knees into your chest and just gently rocking circles, whatever feels good. Slowly releasing the lower back. Then in this position, keeping hold of the knees, I'm going to rotate the knees outwards, 3 circles in one way. Exhale as the knees are coming into the chest, because that's when we're compressing the lungs. Big inhale as they come apart. So it feels really lovely to get right into the hip flexors, giving some flexibility in the hips. Brilliant. And then going the opposite way. To think about it then. So exhale as the knees are coming in, and inhale as they're coming out. 3 circles again in the opposite direction. Lovely. And then one last really nice big stretch. So stretching the heels away first to stretch the back of the body. And then stretching the toes away, stretching the front. And slowly coming back. 3. So carefully transition, so bringing the knees down, just rolling over to the side and gently coming back up. Releasing that. Back onto your knees. 3. So just releasing the back now. Hi Stella, joined us. So we're coming onto your knees. We're coming into a child's pose. So we'll take a wide angled child's pose here to get a little bit into the hips again. So taking the knees out wide, toes together, slowly walking your bum back to your heels, walking the hands forward. If you want to, you can have a block under the head here to keep you raised a little, or if it feels okay, you can take your head all the way down. 3. And just releasing off there. If you feel like you can release your hips a little bit further, you can draw your weight back. If you find that your bum is coming off the floor, that's totally fine as well, just depending on your hip flexibility in the inner thighs. We're trying to tuck the tailbone under, lengthen it back, so we're creating that lovely space in the lumbar spine. Taking the head down and just enjoy a few breaths here. Lovely, breathing into the back of the body. In child's pose, it's a really good place to really connect to your breath, to really feel the breath. Connect into the present moment. That's one of the best things that yoga can teach us, to just enjoy each moment. Accept each moment as it is. So we're going to gently start to come out of that wide angled child's pose. So bringing the knees together. Lovely. So keeping the movement into the hips, we're going to come into a rocking piriformis stretch. So from Janushirasana, so the straight leg comes forward, opposite leg comes in bent. Just hold it here for a couple of breaths. Lifting the chest, creating the space and the length in the spine. 3. Then we'll come into that full pose, so as we exhale, taking the chest forward. So you might just feel like here, we're trying to keep the back straight as possible. So you might just get to here, that might be okay. If there's tightness in your hamstrings, you can have a little bend in your knee there. If you feel like you can get a little bit further, we're going to engage the leg, pushing the balls of the feet away. Gently twisting the chest so it's towards the straight leg, and gently come over. Obviously, if your bump's getting a little bit big, you might have to allow yourself a little bit of room here. So just manoeuvre to whatever feels nice for you. But it's a really lovely stretch to get right into the side, the lower back, which often we get a lot of tightness in. Just have a few breaths here. Right, and then slowly coming back.